Good morning. It's Wednesday, October 1st. Here's what we're working on. It looks as though truck traffic coming into Canada at the Peace Bridge is slowly moving this morning after a Canada Border Service outage yesterday.
U.S. federal government is officially shut down and is out of money.
Sogard instead sends one up the middle. Rafaela will head to third. Sogard aggressively going into second, and he is safe.
And the Red Sox could clinch a spot against the Blue Jays tonight. Thanks so much for joining us at this start of October. I will leave the rest to Brian.
It is the 1st of the month. Hey, we've made it to October. Hey, I hope you enjoy.
And it feels like October this morning.
It does,
yes.
Doesn't it? Oh, yeah, we're in single digits this morning.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, the temperature is 9. But actually, you know, that's still above seasonal for an overnight low for this time of year. That is 7 is where we figure we should be. So we'll take 9, but yeah, it does feel cool when you step outside the door this morning. But it's going to be another lovely day, if cooler than yesterday. Now, yesterday we didn't quite get to our forecast high of 22. We got to 20 degrees yesterday. We had that cool northeast wind, and that northeast wind will be with us today, and it'll be even stronger. So that's going to keep one of the factors that'll keep our temperature down today to 18 degrees. So we'll be in the teens for the day today. But again, lovely sunshine today, sunshine again tomorrow. And the sun continues for the rest of the week and into the weekend. So it's all doing fine. So we'll talk about the forecast coming up. Traffic this morning, 403 Waterdown Road, moving, a little busy, but still it's doing okay. Nothing on our other cameras around the Hamilton area. We'll check the QEW at Huron, Ontario. This is it's a minor problem. It's a stalled vehicle just up a little bit farther, so it's east of Huron, Ontario. It is slowing things down. We've got the right shoulder, the right lane block through there while they clean up this mess. We did have a large problem in the Mount Hope area. Highway 6 was closed with a serious collision involving a motorcycle. But that has now reopened, so things are moving fine on the Highway 6 area through Mount Hope. So really no collisions, just a bit of volume forming. We'll look at weather and traffic coming up right now, the news.
Okay, we've got more on that crash, the serious crash on Highway 6 in Mount Hope. It sent one man to hospital. The highway was shut down in both directions overnight between Chippewa Road and Whitechurch Road. Hamilton paramedics say a man in his 40s was rushed to a trauma center without vital signs. We do not have an update on his condition.
Transport trucks are moving slowly into Canada at the Peace Bridge in Fort Erie after lengthy delays yesterday. This is the live Canada-bound truck inspection camera at the Peace Bridge. A computer system outage caused a huge backup Monday night into yesterday morning. The Canada Border Services Agency says the outage slowed down commercial processing at Canada-bound lanes at the Peace Bridge and Queenston-Lewiston Bridge. Late yesterday, the CBSA said the problem had been partially resolved, allowing most truck shipments to go ahead. The agency has apologized to commercial drivers for the inconvenience. Trucks going from Canada to the U.S. are not impacted.
4 special reports are due out today from Ontario's Auditor General. They're going to look into provincial programs on childcare, skills development, and pollution reduction. Auditor General Shelley Spence's office is set to report on the implementation of the national $10 a day childcare program in Ontario, where fees are capped right now at $22 a day. Another report will look into the $2.5 billion Skills Development Fund, which gives monies to organizations that help hire, train, or retrain workers. The auditor is also set to report on the province's progress on reducing greenhouse gas emissions and the authority that license and regulates new home builders and sellers. We'll have details and reaction to these special reports on CHCH.com and tonight on the Evening News.
The U.S. government is shut down. It's out of money because Congress can't agree on a funding plan. The main sticking point is health care. Democrats want to reverse Medicaid cuts and stop enhanced Obamacare subsidies from expiring. The Congressional Budget Office estimates about 750,000 federal workers face furloughs. It says they'd otherwise make about $400 million a day. Essential employees must work without pay. Now, Canadian travelers can expect to face longer than usual lines and delays at airports and land border crossings. National parks have skeleton crews, and the FDA says food inspections are affected. As for transportation, about 3/4 of FAA staff are working without pay.
Donald Trump once again talking about making Canada the 51st state.
Canada called me a couple of weeks ago. They want to be part of it. To which I said, well, why don't you just join our country? You become 51, become the 51st state, and you get it for free.
What the U.S. president is talking about is his so-called Golden Dome missile defense plan. He was speaking to a crowd of top-ranking U.S. military officials. Trump has not publicly mentioned his plan to annex Canada in several months, not since Prime Minister Mark Carney took office. Carney has not commented on yesterday's comments.
Tenants in a Hamilton apartment say the city's heating bylaws are outdated and are leaving them to deal with sweltering temperatures indoors. The city's bylaw says landlords must provide heat as of September 15th, but unseasonably warm temperatures this fall means it's been over 30 degrees Celsius inside some units at 100 Forest Avenue. Tenants there are pushing for the city to change its bylaw to be based on the temperature, not the time of year.
Acorn is coming together with the tenants of this building, and they're hoping that they can essentially argue to have a 26-degree limit and essentially work with landlords to have a livable temperature instead of just having stagnant dates that aren't effective.
The city is looking into bylaw changes that are expected to take effect by next summer. Drake Properties, which manages the apartment building at 100 Forest Avenue, says this is a common challenge for buildings during early fall and spring when temperatures vary. It says it's the company's responsibility to comply with the municipal bylaw requirements while ensuring residents' comfort.
A former chief of staff for Prime Minister Stephen Harper has died. Nigel Wright was Harper's top aide from 2011 to 2013. He stopped working with Harper after the Senate expenses scandal, where he paid then Conservative Senator Mike Duffy $90,000 to cover expenses that the ethics commissioner found had broke conflict of interest rules. Prime Minister Mark Carney posted on social media that he's deeply saddened to learn of Wright's passing, calling him a widely respected business leader and builder with a lifelong commitment to public service and community leadership. Nigel Wright was 62.
Stop, Mike.
Metrolink says scheduled track maintenance that was set for this weekend is going to be deferred. It says the work will be pushed back, meaning that commuting fans don't have to worry about getting to and from a pair of Jays playoff games this weekend. Metrolink says the major track work on the Lakeshore West line will be deferred. Now, if the Toronto Blue Jays face the Yankees in the second round of the playoffs, Canadian fans could be shut out at Yankee Stadium. Fans trying to buy tickets from Canada are getting blocked by a message saying that sales are limited to residents of New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania. The same restriction applies to Boston Red Sox fans. But the Red Sox say that if they face Toronto in the next round, they're not going to block Canadian buyers. This is something that the Blue Jays are doing as well.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to Sportsline. All four of baseball's wild card playoff series started yesterday, and we'll start with the series that the Blue Jays are watching most closely. That's the Red Sox at Yankees.
He got him, and the Red Sox rally from behind and take game one of this wild card 3-1.
Aroldis Chapman pitched out of a bases-loaded jam in the bottom of the ninth inning in the Bronx as Boston struck first in their best-of-3 series by beating New York 3-1. Red Sox ace Garrett Crochet was sensational on the mound. The lefty threw 117 pitches, the most in a playoff game in 6 years, and struck out 11 batters over 7 2/3 innings. After giving up a solo home run to Yanks shortstop Anthony Volpe in the second inning, Crochet retired 17 consecutive banners. From New York to L.A. where Shohei Ohtani hit 2 home runs, and so did former Blue Jay Teoscar Hernandez to power the Dodgers to a series-opening 10-5 win over Cincinnati. Ohtani led off the bottom of the first inning with a solo shot, then added a 2-run homer in the 6th as LA jumped out to an 8-0 lead. Tommy Edman also went deep as the Dodgers tied a team playoff record with 5 long balls.
To center field. Merrill is back. Sheets at the wall, and the slope's gone.
Carson Kelly hit a wall scraper of a home run in the 5th inning to help the Cubs to a 3-1 win over the Padres in Game 1 of their NL Wildcard Series. Kelly's big blast came right after teammate Seiya Suzuki led off the 5th with a 424-foot moonshot into the Wrigley Field bleachers off Canadian starter Nick Pivetta. Detroit's Tarek Skubal was throwing straight fire in Game 1 of their AL Wildcard Series against Cleveland. He tied a franchise postseason record with 14 strikeouts as the Tigers topped the Guardians 2-1. Skubal allowed just 1 run on 3 hits over 7 2/3 frames, and his fastball averaged 99.1 miles per hour. The Las Vegas Aces are heading back to the WNBA Finals for the 3rd time in 4 years. Asia Wilson scored 35 points and grabbed 8 rebounds, and Jackie Young had 32 points and 10 assists as Vegas outlasted the Indiana Fever 107-98 in overtime to win the 5th and deciding game of their semifinal series. Odyssey Sims led the Fever with 27 points. The Aces will face Phoenix in the finals starting Friday. Kirill Kaprizov has inked the richest contract in NHL history. The Minnesota Wild signed the 28-year-old winger to an 8-year deal worth $136 million. That's $17 million a season. It will take effect after this season when Oilers superstar Connor McDavid is scheduled to become an unrestricted free agent. And if Kaprizov is worth $17 million a season, I wouldn't be surprised if McDavid becomes hockey's first $20 million man. Still on the ice, the Canadiens and Senators combined for 150 penalty minutes in a fight-filled preseason game in Quebec City. Montreal's Jacki brothers, Arbor and Florian, both fought twice, and the Habs won the game 5-0. They'll close out their exhibition schedule against each other on Saturday in Montreal. Ticats are regrouping after getting whipped in Winnipeg last weekend.
We've got to, take that ass whooping for what it was. It was a punch in the face, and we've got to wake up from it and go out there and play better football.
Hamilton travels to Toronto on Saturday and can officially eliminate their arch rivals from playoff contention with a win.
All right, 6:12. It's the 1st of October, the 1st of the month, as I mentioned earlier, and we have another beautiful day forecast for today. Actually, still a few more beautiful days coming up. Let's talk traffic first of all, though. 403 on Waterdown Road, our exclusive camera, doing fine. There's nothing to see right there. Go to some MTO traffic cameras. This is the problem that we have at the QEW just past Hurontario. It's actually the end of the ramp from Hurontario to the Toronto-bound QEW. The shoulder is blocked too. It is a stalled vehicle, disabled vehicle off to the side there. It's not really impeding too much flow there. A visual distraction at best. Into St. Catharines, Garden City Skyway, nothing. Red Hill Creek still doing okay. North of 2, so that's coming off the Skyway, going past North Shore Boulevard. Getting fairly slow. That's heading toward Brant Street, of course. We did have a disabled tractor trailer right in the split there between the two roads going eastbound as you branch off to the 403 or continue on to the QEW. But it just decided to leave, so okay, great. And that's the only problem we have right now just past Hurontario. Okay, temperature this morning. Our temperature has got up. We'll take that. We were 9. We've come up to 10 this hour. Winds are light, humidity comfortable. The sky is mainly clear at the moment. It's a lovely start to the day. And we're going to climb to 18 degrees today, so a little shy of what we got to yesterday. But that's still above seasonal. 17 is a seasonal daytime high. But today, we're going to have that northeast wind. It'll be a little stronger today, 20 gusting to 40. Air quality risk, nope, in the low risk category for the day today. Ridge of high pressure is way up to the north, but it's still going to influence us. It's going to give us that northeast wind as the wind comes around that high. And then we're looking at the sunshine to continue for the next number of days, actually. So today, here's our temperature range. Generally, it's 18 for the Horseshoe. A little further away from the lake, 20 for Brantford, Simcoe, Cayuga. Lovely sunny conditions today. Clear skies tonight, back into single digits, 9 generally, but 6. Simcoe, Cayuga, Brantford, 5 for Guelph and Kitchener. And tomorrow, pretty much the same thing. Just a little bit of cloud cover, so it's a mainly sunny sky, 18, 19, and 20 degrees for tomorrow. Another beautiful autumn day. As we step out the door on the 1st of October, it's mainly clear. Winds are light, temperature 10. Long range coming up. Annette, Rick.
Okay, right after the break, we're going to say good morning to Emily. She has a preview of what's to come in Chit Chat. And coming up in business news, Donald Trump is hitting Canada with more lumber tariffs. I'll tell you the details in a couple of minutes. It's our first on-air Good Morning with Emily Vukovic and a preview of what's to come on Chit Chat.
Hi, good morning. The Price is Right is getting a Canadian spin-off. So from now until Chit Chat, I need you to think of your favorite game, and I also want you to think what game you'd actually be good at. Because there could be a very significant difference there.
Yes. Already got my favorite game locked in.
Okay, perfect. And the Simpsons movie will return to a sequel 20 years after the original.
Nice. Does this mean more Spider Pig?
Yeah, well, don't you know I put that in the trailer. Spider Pig, Spider Pig. And later on, the newly minted Sir Gary Oldman was among those knighted by Prince William.
Well deserved.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Totally.
thanks very much. We'll chat soon. Right now, we're talking business. In overseas trading, the Canadian dollar is up 3 basis points to 71.81 cents U.S. Gold is up $47.50 an ounce, and crude oil is up, trading at $62.78 a barrel. Midday trading, London is up while the markets are down in Frankfurt and Paris.
On Asian markets, Tokyo was down while both Hong Kong and Shanghai saw gains. The North American markets closed yesterday with the TSX up 50 points. The Dow was ahead 81. The Nasdaq finished down 235 points.
Donald Trump is hitting Canada's softwood lumber market with an additional 10% tariff. It's set to take effect October 14th. That means Canadian softwood lumber sent to the United States will have total import taxes of more than 45%. Canadian producers already face anti-dumping and countervailing duties of just over 35%. Trump is also threatening a 25% tariff on kitchen cabinets, vanities, and other upholstered wood products. That would start January 1st.
If you own a 2020 Ford truck, your vehicle might be among the 14,000 that are included in a recall due to a defective part. Here's a list of the truck models impacted. The concern is with the upper steering shaft and how it could separate and cause a loss of steering control, and that would increase the risk of a crash. Affected owners will be contacted by mail with instructions to take their vehicle to a dealership. If needed, the steering shaft will be repaired or replaced free of charge.
Well, after months of threats of cuts by the Trump administration to shut down public broadcasters PBS and NPR, their federal funding has run out. Yesterday, marking the end of the U.S. federal government's fiscal year, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is winding down operations. Over the summer, Republicans in U.S. Congress had clawed back $1 billion that had been budgeted for public media. Local PBS and NPR affiliates have laid off staff, limited travel, and cut parts of their operations to cope with the budget shortfalls. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting CEO says many stations, particularly in rural areas, will ultimately go under without the federal support. And that includes the public broadcaster that a lot of us see just over the lake. The Buffalo Toronto public media is what it's called. So they're facing cuts as well.
Taking a break right now. Brian is going to be back with traffic and your 7-day weather forecast. Good morning.
All right, 6:23 is the time. We're checking our MTO traffic cameras on this Wednesday morning. We do have one minor problem. It's a disabled vehicle. The camera here is QEW at here, Ontario, so you're looking eastbound or Toronto-bound lanes heading away from us. So it's at the end of the ramp lane, actually, from here, Ontario to Toronto-bound QEW. So the right shoulder, the end of the ramp lane is blocked, but everything, it's just a visual distraction, so it's causing a bit of a slowdown. Nothing at the Queenston-Lewiston Bridge crossing. crossing. That's doing fine. It's the Peace Bridge once again. Where we do have the very slow commercial traffic trying to get from the U.S. to Canada. Top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge, yeah, it's already starting to get slow. No problems at Burl Oak. We'll flip ahead to Erin Mills Parkway. Yeah, there's not a lot happening, just that one problem east of here, Ontario. Temperature right now, well, at least we've come up a degree. We were 9 last hour. We're now sitting at 10. Same for Mississauga, 12 Toronto, 14 into Grimsby. Seasonals for this time of year, yeah, they're coming down a bit now. 17 for the daytime high, 7 for the overnight low. Those are our sun times and records for today, and another bright sunny day today. So for school today, we'll have sun. It'll be 11 by the first bell at 9, and then 18 for after school. And again, lovely sunshine, and that's the high for the day today. 18 degrees, 9 again tonight. Sky will be clear. Just a little bit of cloud cover for tomorrow, but a mainly sunny sky, and 18 again. Then it gets warmer. All of a sudden, Friday, we jump to 25 and sun. Saturday, 26 and sun. A little bit of cloud cover Sunday and Monday, and what's that? Showers for Tuesday? Hey, come on, huh? That was our streak going there, but yeah, we do have chance of showers for Tuesday. That's your forecast. Annette, Rick.
That was a pretty long streak.
Yeah, we had a good run. Thank you, Brian. Researchers have discovered the first known wild hybrid between a blue jay and a green jay.
Very cool. The bird was spotted near San Antonio, Texas in 2023. Look how beautiful that is. A study published this month confirms that it carries traits from both species, including the blue jay's feathers and the green jay's calls. Genetic testing shows the hybrid is from a male blue jay and a female green jay. Scientists say the rare pairing likely happened because the birds' ranges are now overlapping, and that could be due to climate change. This is a surprising find since the two jays aren't closely related and they usually mate within their own species. Only one other example of a blue jay green jay hybrid has been recorded before, and that was one born in captivity in the 1960s.
That is awesome. Little known fact, this also happens to Blue Jays fans when they eat too many dogs on loony dog night.
Green jays.
Get a little green in the gills. They turn into a green jay. Hopefully that doesn't happen starting Saturday.
Yeah, no.
They take on either the Red Sox or the Yankees. Stay with us. More to come after the break here on Morning Live. One too many hot dogs.
Yeah.